This is Roberto the Barber at Easy Blade Warehouse, and this is my version of a taper. But before I start my cuts, I like to look at the hair. I try to stand over top, look at the growth pattern, see which way it grows, be cutting in the right direction. My client likes waves, so we don't want to cut any of his waves out. So during the consultation, this is where you take your time and you look for any imperfections or anything you'd have to look for during the cut. So first I like to start my tapers is the back, because you can get that done and then that's out the way. The first thing I like to do is put a ball line at the bottom, and that's just my basic guideline. But as you can see right here, the hair kind of comes in. So what I like to do to make it easier so you don't gotta fade it, you know what I'm saying? His wave cap line is like right here. I'll try to make it a little bit lower. So I'm just gonna raise this up a little bit. What I like to do is I'm gonna take the bulk out from up here. And I'm just gonna start big, go low, and then at the end, I'll go in there and ball it out and fine tune it. This hair isn't that long to begin with, so I'm gonna start with it too. So now that I know that that's a 2 down there, I'm gonna put my 1 line in. Put my 1 line in, and I'm just gonna go from 1, 1A, 1.5, all the way back up to my 2 where I started. Now I'm not gonna take it out right away and fade it in the beginning and then go to my next one, because for me, sometimes I would do that and then my taper would get a little higher than I wanted to. So this way, I can control it easier by doing it this way. I set my zones up, and then at the end, that's when I'll detail it. So I'll go back in there with my Andis LI. And now after I use the 0, I like to go back to my detachable and start with the 1A. So instead of going in, I'll try to keep it like this and go out. Outliner, and just use the corner. You just take a step back, you look, you step back, you can see a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and tack that little piece, and then I'll be done in the back. So like I said previously, I like to look, and you kind of try to see which way it goes. I cut this person before, so I know it swirls right here, and it goes around. But another way I like to do, you can pick it, and I just start with like the highest scar possible. So I'm gonna start with like a 4, 3-ish, just so if anything does go wrong, I know I don't mess up my client's hair. And personally, I just like to keep going down with semi-big guards in this area, because usually you'll be able to see up here real soon which way it's gonna go. So now that the hair is pretty much all down, right here you can kind of see like it looks like separation almost. So then I can see that his swirl comes this way. And it starts right here, so I'm gonna come. And these are the BGRCs, and I'm just gonna start with a 2. And then work it down slow and see how my client likes it. So as you see, it looks like it legit looks like a swirl. It's gonna come around that way, and that's how you want to cut his hair, especially for someone who want to get waves and you want to go with the grain. You see my client, he had a box top and he get waves naturally, so we want to try to keep that as much as possible. So we're gonna follow this. Part of the haircut, you just want to ask your client what kind of taper you want, because even though everybody knows taper faded sides in the back, some people got different renditions. So my client, he likes it to come here, and he still likes the sideburn, but he still wants it faded. I know some people, they come here, and they fade that out, and you still see the curve, but we still going to keep this, so we're not going to go bald. We just going to go in this open, and that'll be our first guideline. And then I'm gonna go in there with a 0, because I always find that the 1A fades easy into 0 plastic. So I'll just start with an open 0, put a little baby line in. And this isn't as wide as the back, and you don't really need as much. So I just kind of fade it out as I go. So like the back, now that you're done, you went through all your steps, you just go back with the master and you can fine tune. Sometimes on the edge right here, you can, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's some hair standing up. I like to just smooth it down. And then if you see anything you don't like, you can corner it out. Clip over comb. You're just gonna repeat your steps. That's one thing about barbering. If you're gonna do it and you're consistent, both sides will come out the same because you did it the same. So. So I kind of just try to brush in the direction it wants to go. That's going to be able to make you cut it the easiest. So for up here, I like to use a corner of it. It's like you're outlining it, you're tracing it. And up here, you see, I could go this way, but it's like a little shelf. So I'll just follow it. way. I like to put his head straight, then I'll stand behind. Just kind of try to make sure, you know, looks about as even as possible. Same thing here, you're just going to outline it. So when you look at this, you see it's dark right here. We're just going to clip that off. Come around the ear. Try not to go too high. I mean, it all depends on your style, but personally, I like to try to keep it right under sharp, but not up here to where you can see it on top of the ear. So there's the back. Straight down the sides, up and around. For the front, the way I like to do mine is I come here, I put a line in. Line up top, put a line down the bottom. And I'm gonna take the corner of the blade, I'm gonna come here. So that gives you like a little guideline. So now, like doing a razor, sometimes I like to do, it helps me out. You stretch the skin. You just go in there where you was at. Since I know my client likes to get the razor, I kind of just put like a basic line in there, and then later on I'll sharpen it up with the razor, and then after the razor I'll go back one more time with the clipper. The front, I like to, you know, look at your client. I'll try not to push it back, and I know, so you see you got a scar right here, so I'm not gonna want to see that. You see it as a, like, you know, a widow's peak, so we don't want to go too far back. That's like his natural line right there, so I'm gonna try my best as possible to stay on that line. Client, he was growing his hair out, so you see his hairline standing up a little bit. It's a little crazy. I'm just gonna switch to a harder brush. Sometimes you just gotta switch your tools up. Always try to be as comfortable as possible. You know, turn his head towards you, turn his body if you need it to. This side is the same thing. We're gonna put a line in. Right up here. You start your line down here. Then we're just going to trace. You carve it out. So even right here, it's light up here, but I think I'll go by. I always keep it out, and then if the client's like, yo, it don't look like the edge of my box there, I explain to them, well, I try to leave you out. But some people just want that look, so if necessary, I would say, you know, push it for the client, because the client's always right. But if they don't mind, I always try to leave it out as far as possible. So now I'm going to be giving them the straight razor just to sharpen up the cut. And today we're using Easy Blade. And the reason I like this shape gel is because it's fragrance. And some of the clients, you know, sometimes just do a hot towel. They say they can kind of feel the menthol stuff in it. So going up like this, I never really used to do it. I used to be scared just to use the razor in general. As long as you stretch that skin, you'll be alright. Going up like this just kind of gives it an extra close look.